Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's eye-opening guide where we're going to uncover something so powerful, it could change the way you interact with women forever. This isn't your average dating advice about looks, money, or status. No, we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, into the hidden triggers that most men never even know exist. We're talking about the psychological factors that make women lose control and crave a man in ways they can't even explain. Now, if you've ever wondered what makes women tick, what makes them fall for a guy who isn't necessarily the richest, the most handsome, or the most famous, then you're in the right place. Trust me, once you learn these hidden triggers, women won't just want you, they'll need you. Before we start, your support means the world to us. If you love what we do, consider donating through the link in the description. Every contribution helps us grow and create more amazing content. Thank you. So buckle up, and let's dive into the first secret. 1. The power of a man's touch. Imagine this. You're having a conversation with a woman. She's telling you about her day. And then, without warning, you casually touch the small of her back as you guide her through a doorway. You've seen it in movies, haven't you? That subtle, almost imperceptible touch that causes her to pause, to feel something deep inside her that she can't quite explain. But why does it happen? Well, this is no coincidence. It's biology. The moment a man touches a woman in just the right way, oxytocin levels in her body skyrocket. This hormone is often called the love hormone because it creates feelings of trust, warmth, and, most importantly, desire. She might tell herself she's not interested, but that touch bypasses her logical thinking, triggering an emotional reaction she can't ignore. But here's the thing. It's not about constant touch. It's about strategic, deliberate, and controlled moments. A simple touch on her wrist or her knee, spaced out just right, builds tension and makes her crave more. It's primal. And when a man is confident enough to use touch, she associates him with security, strength, and dominance. Think about the classic bad boy archetype. The one who doesn't just sit across from her at dinner but leans in, touches her hand, and uses his presence to make her feel something. She may swear she's in control, but deep down, she's already melting. Touch is a game changer. The forbidden effect. Why women want what they can't have. Here's a universal truth about attraction. Women want what they can't have. It's like a rule in the dating game. The guy who's always available, always texting her back instantly, doesn't excite her. But the guy who's a little unpredictable, the one who's sometimes hard to reach, that's the man who piques her interest. Psychologist Robert Cialdini's concept of the scarcity principle explains this perfectly. The more unavailable something is, the more we desire it. This principle works wonders in attraction. A man who's always around is taken for granted. But when he makes himself slightly unpredictable, she starts to crave his attention. If she feels like she might lose him, that's when she fights to keep him. This doesn't mean playing games. It means having a life outside of her, being busy, and not constantly chasing her. A man with a full, interesting life commands respect. When you show that you're not afraid to walk away, she values you more. This subtle push and pull is exactly what keeps her interested. The drama that keeps her hooked, emotional highs and lows. Now, we all know that women say they want peace and stability in relationships, but here's a little secret. If things get too predictable, they start to get bored. And boredom? Well, boredom is the enemy of attraction. When a woman feels too comfortable, she starts looking elsewhere for excitement. So what's the answer? Emotional highs and lows. This isn't about being dramatic or toxic. It's about creating contrast. When emotions fluctuate between high points and low points, dopamine levels rise, leading to a heightened sense of excitement. Think about it. The man who disappears for a day and then comes back like nothing happened. That's the guy she can't stop thinking about. The guy who teases her, makes her laugh, and challenges her all at once. He keeps her on her toes, and that unpredictability is what keeps her hooked. Comfort kills attraction. The more you make her feel uncertain about your next move, the more emotionally engaged she'll be. 4. How a man's tone controls her mind. The power of voice. Ever noticed how women respond differently to men with deep, slow, and controlled voices? It's not just a coincidence. Women are wired to respond to certain tones. A man's voice doesn't just carry his words. It carries power, authority, and confidence. It's all about rhythm and control. Men who speak too fast seem nervous. Men who speak too slowly seem unsure. But a man who speaks with precision, who knows when to pause, knows exactly how to pull her in. Take a moment and think about the movies you've seen where a man seduces a woman. He doesn't rush through his words. He speaks slowly, with control, knowing that each pause, each word, creates anticipation. That's the real key. It's not just the sound of your voice, it's when you choose to stay silent. The hidden effect of jealousy. Why she wants to compete. Here's a sneaky secret. Women don't just want your attention. They want to feel like they're competing for it. When a woman sees that other women are interested in you, something inside her shifts. That's when her desire intensifies. This is primal. It's about social proof. The more women show interest in a man, the more valuable he seems to others. When you're focused only on one woman, she may appreciate your attention, but she also might start feeling like there's no challenge. The moment she feels other women are vying for your attention, she starts chasing you. This isn't manipulation. It's human psychology. Show that you're in demand without bragging or being desperate, and she'll never stop thinking about you. 6. The sweet spot of tension. Why less is more. In today's fast-paced world, men often rush to lock things down with women. They confess their feelings too soon, push for commitment before attraction fully develops, and eliminate all mystery. And guess what? That's the fastest way to kill attraction. What makes a movie exciting? It's the build-up, the tension, the waiting. Women crave this in attraction. They need time to wonder, to question, to doubt. When a man doesn't give her all the answers right away, she starts chasing him. Flirting, teasing, and holding back just enough is what keeps her coming back for more. Let her feel like she's earning your attention rather than receiving it on demand. This tension creates the craving, and the craving keeps her addicted. 7. The fantasy effect. How to keep her thinking about you. Attraction isn't just about physical appearance. It's about the story you create in her mind. Women don't just fall for men. They fall for how those men make them feel when they're not around. It's the fantasy they build in their heads that keeps them hooked. So here's the secret. Don't give her everything too soon. Most men over-explain themselves, answer every question directly, and reveal all their thoughts. While transparency can build attraction, too much of it too soon kills the mystery. And women? They crave mystery. Leave a little room for her imagination to fill in the gaps. When she can't figure you out completely, she'll keep thinking about you, wondering what's next. The authority effect. Why she craves a leader, not a follower. Women may tell you they want an equal in a relationship, but deep down, they crave a man who takes charge. Not a dictator, not a control freak, but a man who makes decisions with confidence. When a man is decisive, when he leads with certainty, something inside her reacts. She feels safe, she feels secure, and she's drawn to him. But the moment a man starts seeking her approval or lets her make all the decisions, she loses respect. Women want a man who knows his worth, sets boundaries, and confidently leads. They want a man who doesn't hesitate, who says, "This is what we're doing." That confidence is the ultimate aphrodisiac. The emotional drug. Why she needs intensity. You might think women want stability and peace, but here's the truth. If a man doesn't make her feel something intense, she won't stick around. Women fall for men who stir up a roller coaster of emotions, excitement, jealousy, surprise, and uncertainty. When a man teases her, pulls away, challenges her, and keeps her guessing, she gets hooked. Stability may sound nice, but it's the emotional highs and lows that keep her emotionally addicted to you. The submissive trigger. Why women crave protection. Deep down, despite all the modern independence, women still crave a man who makes them feel protected. It's not about control. It's about dominance and security. A strong man who exudes power through his body language, tone, and mindset allows a woman to fully embrace her feminine side. She surrenders to him, not because he's forceful, but because he makes her feel safe. A weak man who seems nervous or apologetic. He can't trigger this deep desire. But the man who knows his worth, sets boundaries, and leads with confidence, he's the one she can't resist. Now that you've uncovered these hidden psychological triggers, you have the keys to creating deep, irresistible attraction with any woman you meet. It's not about playing games. It's about understanding her psychology and knowing exactly how to push the right buttons. So, gentlemen, if you want to be the man she craves, be the man who stands out, who makes her feel something she can't fully explain, and who keeps her coming back for more. Remember, attraction is an art, not a science. Master it, and you'll never have to worry about losing a woman's interest again. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay ahead of the game. Until next time, stay sharp, stay confident, and always stay ahead.